New season's upon us, Mark.
It is, and an exciting one, wasn't it? You know, the end of last season wasn't what we wanted to get beat in the grand final, but at least we got to the grand final, and overall it was a very positive season for us to get that far and actually get to a grand final with a relatively small squad. So delighted on last season, looking forward to this one. We've been back in since the middle of November, doing a little bit of work and getting the boys in shape and getting them integrated and getting to know each other, which is important when you brought in 6 or 7 new players and lost 1 or 2. So the balance of the squad is a lot better this season. Really looking forward to working with all the new guys, and there's some exciting times. And I'm sure, if we keep his head and just keep doing the little things good, then we'll have another very successful season.
Do you want to tell us about some of the new signings?
Yeah, Don Brambini. A lot of the fans will be, will know Don from the time he had with us before, and the sort of player that he was, and the sort of guy he was. And he's a gentleman, and a lot of the fans have got a lot of respect for him. What he's going to fetch to the team is going to add to our kicking game. We've got Simon Brown, who's possibly one of the best kickers in the competition now. We've got Don Brambini, who again is one of the best kickers in the competition. He's got the flair. He's matured a lot since the last time he was with the Sheffield Eels, and he's going to be exciting. Half-back partnership with Simon this year. Michael Knowles, who's only 24, who's been at Casford, went on to Gateshead, went on to Barrow. He's only 24, and I think he's got a massive amount of potential. Hard, tough young lad that hits the ball really hard and runs good lines. So on the edges, he's going to cause some problems for teams. And again, a good kid, young Scott Turner, Nev Morrison, 2 lads who've come through the Super League environment. Nev was at Hull, had just been released. Scott was at Castle, played with Dewsbury last season, as was Dwayne Strausser as well, who's joined as well. So, these quality of young lads coming in key positions, if you like. Scott can play anywhere in the back three. So when you talk about the fullback, the centre, or even the wing, Nev can play centre wing, and Dwayne can play in the second row or centre. So there's a lot more variation within the squad that we can rotate as well. And Aaron Smith, who's been out of the game a little while, is certainly a player that has played at the highest level, played at Bradford, played at Cass. Had a couple of years out, come back into the game and wants to make a name for himself again. So the players that we've brought in are certainly going to add to the squad. We've obviously just lately added Liam Higgins as well, who left and went to Super League last season. Wants to come back to Sheffield Eagles. Had a really good offer from another championship club, but decided to come back to Sheffield Eagles because he loved his time here. So all in all, the squad's in good shape at the moment. Yes, we've got a couple of injuries at the moment. Dane McDonald's just had his shoulder done, sorted out. Mitch has had his knee done, so hopefully now they can get back on the road to recovery and add some more firepower up front.
And what are you looking for this season?
Well, we need to improve on what we did last season. If we improve on what we did last season, then we've got to win something, haven't we? Because we got to the grand final last season and would like to do it again. We enjoyed the occasion, not the performance or the result, but we certainly enjoyed the occasion. We'd like to get as far as we can in the Northern Wales. This team, this squad of players now is very competitive, and the nice thing what I always talk about this time of season is competition for places. Always going to get the nod, and that will fetch the best out of them and hopefully fetch the consistency out of them. So we need to do a little bit better than we did last season. If we do that, then we need to win something.
And then what are you looking for from the scholarship reserves and academy?
Well, to improve again, the scholarship won its first game last season, the under-16s. They've moved up to the under-18s this year, the academy. So, just carry on progressing forward and starting, giving the kids the opportunity to be the best they can be and give them the knowledge, the fundamental skills of rugby league, and then hopefully, take them up to the next level, which is the academy. The academy had a hard lesson last season. They played in Super League, and again it'll be tough for them again this year because some of the kids are playing, potentially playing first team rugby in some of these academies in Super League. So it's a learning curve for them. We need to be a little bit better than we were last season. Really excited about Lee Betson stepping up and being the coach of the academy. And then, again, I'm really looking forward to watching the reserves again because a lot of the kids now, when you talk about people like Sam Williamson, Connor Scott, Lee Sanders, and then you've got Eddie Batty, Dan Hawksworth and all these sort of kids, they've come through our system. So the the reserves under 23s this year are going to be more or less local kids or students, of course, because we've got a track record of developing students as well. So, really looking forward to all the age groups and seeing how they go. And it's that carried on, we need to carry on progressing forward, and we have got the systems in place, we've got the performance path that we need to achieve Super League, and that's the ultimate aim. And some of these players, who knows, one day could be playing for Sheffield Eagles in Super League.